Yeah, hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome today to my podcast, my experience podcast. And today we'll be taking a very vital and important topic today. And we also welcome Mr. Uwem Umana, who is a regular guest to this show. We'll be talking on a topic that touched almost everyone today, and that topic is called self audit in a professional way a world where we have a SWOT analysis. And Mr. Uwemomana being a professional and who is well knowledgeable in that area, he will be taking us in the on that topic today. So welcome to the show, Mr. Uwem. How are you today?
Thanks very much, Joe. I'm very well, thank you. It's good to be back here again. I was telling myself that I'm getting quite used to coming on your studio these days.
Yeah, that is good. And at least the audience will be acquainted with you. Maybe in that year, each time you come on the show, you always give a very self-enriching insight and analysis. And today, topic where we are looking into the importance of conducting a self-skill audit, and being it that you are well knowledgeable in that area, and you also have your academy breaking barriers. I don't know if I put it very well.
It's actually beyond barriers. Yeah,
Beyond barriers. Sorry, pardon me for that. So, and that has to do with some of the things that you do, and the importance. How can you the importance of conducting a skill audit? Can you shed a little bit light on that particular award, please?
right. The importance of conducting a self skills audit. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well, thanks very much for having me on your studio again, Joe. Yeah, this is something very important and something that I'm very passionate about. Why is self skills audit a critical first step? It is a very critical first step for personal and professional growth. Number one, it provides a clear, objective understanding
Mm-hmm.
of your current capabilities,
Mm-hmm.
strengths, and areas for improvement. So you need to carry out an audit to get that clarity,
Mm.
because this clarity is going to serve as the foundation for setting realistic personal and professional goals for yourself.
Okay.
Without it, individuals risk pursuing paths
Mm.
that may not align with their skills,
Mm-hmm.
passions, or market demands.
Mm-hmm.
And this can lead to frustration, and I
Okay.
dare say stagnation. Skills audit also fosters intentional growth,
Mm-hmm.
helping individuals to focus their efforts on areas with the highest potential for impact and relevance. Let me use it as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what we're doing right now. You have a
Yeah.
passion for this.
Yes.
Yeah, this is your strength.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that has to do with podcast, public speaking,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that has to do with videos,
Mm-hmm.
videography. That's something that aligns with you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It aligns with you. So it can serve as a good foundation for you to set realistic personal and professional goals for yourself. So if you say, for example, I want to be doing 7 podcasts every week, for example, or
Yeah.
5 podcasts every week,
Yeah.
you know already what it takes you because it's your natural area. You can set goals that align with that. But if you did not have a skills audit, yeah,
Yeah.
to know that this is something that is naturally yours, your turf, your
Yeah.
forte, you would not know how to set the goals for yourself. But somebody coming into the profession newly or who wants to go into it has to first of all test the waters to see, do I have what it takes to do that?
Yeah.
Do I have the skills that it takes me to do that? What do I need? Do I even have the capability? Do I have the studio? Do I have what it takes? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So skills audit is very essential. Very, very.
Okay. So just on that line, do you think people actually kind of give importance? Like, do you think people take it more seriously to do skill audit? Like, is this something that many people ignore in your experience?
Yeah. Yes. Thanks for that, Joe. People do not, first of all, people cannot live, you cannot live above what you know in life, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah.
You can't live above your experience. You can't live above what you know. A lot of people have never done a skills audit test on themselves. They've not. Due to number one, ignorance.
Hmm.
They don't know. Number two, they don't have clear-cut guidance on how to go about it.
Yes.
So they're just kind of stuck. So when they hear about it, self-skills audit, they're like, what is that?
Hmm.
Because they didn't do it before. They've not done it before. And in fact, it's one of the foundation modules,
Hmm.
one of the key activities we do in the Breaking Barrier program.
Hmm.
The first two modules, we spend it in people getting to find out about themselves, people getting to know about themselves.
Mm.
And one of those tools we use is a self-skills audit tool that makes you to know your capabilities. And then you can, before you even start talking about your goals. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, people are not aware of it, ignorance, and number one, they don't know how to go about it.
Okay. So just since we're just talking on that particular line, do you think skill audit is a new kind of thing that people are beginning to be aware of, or is this something that has always been there that many people did not just make it important, like something that everyone have to do? Is it a new trend or it has always been?
It's always been there, to be honest with you. Skills audit has always been there, but it is actually beginning to gain and gather more popularity now because number one, we're living in a technological age,
Yeah.
social media age. Things get circulated a lot faster now. The internet age has made it such that things that were originally in one domain area, stuck in that domain area, yeah,
Hmm.
is now popularized via social media. So you go
Hmm.
to TikTok, you go Instagram, you go Facebook, all these reels, people are talking about snippets of things here and there. You see what I'm saying? They will take a little bit, talk about it, take a little bit, talk about it. And you go to LinkedIn, people are, so there's a lot being said about skills audit now compared to before, but it's always been there.
Okay. I will ask another question again.
Okay.
Being it that you have been in a classroom for many years and you have been in education for many years, do you think that skill audit has not been built in the school educational curriculum? Do you think that has the
Mhm.
reason people look at it as is something that is new, because every one of us passed through educational curriculum? Do you think at some point in the life of, like, when we're in school,
Yeah.
skill audit has not been taught, that to make it a foundational thing?
Yes, that's a very important question, Joe. And thank you for asking that question. I have worked in mainstream education,
Hmm.
yeah, and I've also worked in the vocational school setup. Now, in the main school setup, mainstream educational setup, yeah, they haven't necessarily paid a lot of attention to it.
Mm.
Self skills audit. However, what they do is if you are doing a subject like chemistry,
Mm.
yeah, and there is a particular topic that is being done in chemistry,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they identify the skills
Mm.
needed for you to do well in that topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe observation skills, maybe researching skills,
Hmm.
maybe having to know about the periodic table and all of
Hmm.
that. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then at the end of the day, they have a table
Mm-hmm.
A self audit table that they will say, okay, tick it, a tick, sort of tick, but where do you think you are at in periodic table knowledge? You tick
Mm-hmm.
it. Maybe you're proficient or you need improvement or whatever, you tick it. So they have something like that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but related to the subject you're doing,
Yeah.
yeah, to see how where you are at, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the vocational education sector, which I also have experience of because I worked there for a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
it's more embedded in the vocational sector.
Yes.
Because when I was working in the vocational school sector, we used to have students who were doing like engineering,
Mm-hmm.
okay, like the different kinds of engineering, automobile engineering,
Mm-hmm.
mechanical engineering. You have those who are going to be sent off to maybe the factories to go and work,
Mm-hmm.
like the steel mill.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we used to look at is the skill set that the students have
Yeah.
before they can go into that area. So when they finish in the foundation school,
Mm-hmm.
they will now, this was when I was in Abu Dhabi, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
They finish in the foundation school, they come out of the foundation school, they have the option of either going to the military department, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or they go to the vocational department,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And in the vocational department, that's where you have all these automobile and all of that.
Yeah.
But they will do a skills audit,
Okay.
which is very important, so that people then go in to do something that they are naturally and proficiently fit at.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot want to go and be an automobile engineer, for example,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't like handling things like spanner, if you don't like using your hands to do stuff. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you couldn't do that. You cannot go and do electrical engineering if you don't like electricity, for example. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or touching wires, you get scared. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't go to do that. So they look at people, and those who are going to go into maybe working in public relations sector or customer service,
Yeah.
you have to like meeting with people.
Yeah.
You have to have that likeness for solving problems.
Yeah.
Making sure that when people come with you have to have active listening
Listen.
skills.
Yeah.
That when people talk to you, listen to them, find out what their problem is, and then troubleshoot and then solve the problem. You see, so these are things that. So I think that the vocational education is a lot better off in terms of making students do self audit than the comprehensive educational system like the GCSEs and things like that.
Okay. Yeah. I think that is where that gap comes in because majority of the people come from the other side of education
Yeah, yeah.
where they don't have that kind of plan in place. And when people hear skills audits today, it look as if that it's a new language that is maybe is coming out with social media.
Mhm.
So the next question I would like you to look at is can you share a practical steps that someone can take to assess their skills accurately and honestly without being
Yes, thank you for that. I was expecting this because this session would not have been complete without having steps to accurately and honestly assess your skills. Yeah. Now, there are a couple of ways to accurately and honestly assess your skills. Number one is by listing your core competencies.
Mhm.
Okay. So you start by identifying key skills relevant to your career or
Mhm.
aspiration. Yeah. Let's say you want to be like a mechanic, for example. You want to
Yeah.
have, or you want to be an automobile engineer, for example. So you identify what are the key skills that you have that are relevant to that.
Mhm.
This can include things like your technical skill, okay, which could be you like handling spanners, you like investigating, you like troubleshooting,
Mhm.
you know, because if someone came in and said, my car is doing this, so do you have that patience to patiently troubleshoot to find out what's wrong? Yeah. Do you like working with your hands?
Mhm.
Because if you don't like working with your hands, then that means it's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you also have to have soft skills. Soft skills has to do with your being able to communicate with even your customers that come in to explain things to you, your active listening skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. then you have to work in a team sometimes. You
Yeah.
have a teamwork spirit. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then what transferable skills do you have at the moment that you can transfer from where you are to where you want to be? Yeah. So that's what I mean by listing your core competencies. Then another way is to seek feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Feedback is a very powerful tool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To know how to assess yourself. So you ask your colleagues. You remember if you work somewhere, people will always say, "Oh, Joe, this is Joe is good at this." That's feedback. They say, "Oh, we're looking for a videographer." Someone they say, "Look for Joe. Let's get Joe."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's feedback. So from people tell when you're growing up, they'll say when it comes to football, they say, "Let's get that guy."
Yeah.
When it comes to goalkeeping, they say, let's get Peter. Peter is a good goalie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Feedback. People are always constantly feedbacking to you to say,
Yeah.
okay, these are
Yeah.
areas you're good at. When it comes to maybe cooking, they say, get Costa or get
Yeah.
Uwem.
Yeah.
You don't chop in jollof rice before, man.
Yeah.
If the guy makes jollof rice, forget it, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
feedback. So ask colleagues, managers, or mentors
Mm-hmm.
for constructive feedback
Mm-hmm.
to gain external perspective. Now, when we talk about feedback, we're not just saying, oh, it's excellent. See what I'm saying? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a specific feedback on what is he or she good at and what can he or she do to even make it better. So it's like saying Joe is good with podcasts and stuff like that. It's excellent. What makes him excellent? Is it the type of questions he asks? Is it the studio set he uses?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about it? So there's got to be that specificity when it comes
Yeah.
to giving feedback. Yeah. Now, another framework we can use to accurately and honestly assess your skills is using a structured framework. You can use a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats,
Mm-hmm.
or the STAR method, situation, task, action, to evaluate experiences and achievements.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about accurately and honestly assessing your skills. Now,
Yeah.
this is not a one-day journey. It's not a
Yeah.
one-minute thing. It's a task. That's why we spend the first 2 weeks in Beyond Barriers to deal with this. Yeah. And also another step we do is benchmarking against standards. What do I mean by that? Comparing your skills with job descriptions,
Mm-hmm.
industry standards,
Yeah.
or professional competency framework to identify gaps.
Okay.
Every industry you want to go into, for example, you want to be a UI UX designer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some certain skills you have to have. What are the industry standards? There's some tools you have to use. Yeah. Maybe to be able to do prototyping, wireframing.
Mm-hmm.
There's some you need to use these tools to do those things. Do you have the skills? You don't have it. That means there's a gap. So that means you have to go and start taking training to fill up that gap. If you go into do process modeling, the standard industry practice is BPM 2.0. Yeah. Are you proficient with this? If you want to do a model, a process map, which is a standard industry practice. So benchmarking your skills against what the industry standard is. Yeah. You find out that even if you go into the banking, there are some things that no matter the bank you go to, yeah, it is acceptable that in banking this is acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Privacy, data privacy,
Yeah.
yeah, and things like that. Ways of authenticating people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
knowing that this is so there are some things that are benchmarking your skills against industry practices. Another way of knowing your skills, assessing your skills is reflection,
Mm-hmm.
reflecting on past performances.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Yeah.
analyze successful projects you've done in the past,
Mm-hmm.
challenges you've had in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
This way, you'll be able to pinpoint skills you excelled in and those that need improvement. Let's take, for example, Pastor Alpha's 25th birthday, 50th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were the videographer there.
Yeah.
Okay, you can decide to say, let me reflect on that performance.
Mm-hmm.
What made it successful? You have to have metrics
Yeah.
that made it successful. How long was it for? What was the timeline for you to deliver? Were you able to deliver it on time?
Yeah.
If the timeline was 2 weeks, did you deliver it in 2 weeks' time or earlier or later? If it was later, what caused the delay? What was the quality of the production like? Was the quality excellent in terms of, when no pixelation, nothing like that, clarity? So those are the things you analyze past projects. Then what were the challenges you faced? Again, this will help you to identify. This helps in skills audit. Yeah. And also we have online assessments. You can use reliable tools or platforms offering skills assessments, such as LinkedIn skills assessment or
Yeah.
Gallup Strengths Finder to
Yeah.
do this as well. So these are different ways in which you can accurately and honestly assess skills. And even in Beyond Barriers, we also have our own skills framework that we give to people coming in, and they fill it out and then use that to do rankings and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned there's some platforms on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
Are they? Is it a free tool, or is it something that somebody will have to pay for?
Well, in life, everything, sometimes you have to, well, to be honest with you, is there really any free thing in life?
Well, most of these things you can just have them without knowing that you have actually paid. It's either you pay through cookies,
Exactly.
you pay through advert.
Exactly. Take for example, WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say WhatsApp call is free. You
Yeah.
know, is it really free?
It's not free because if you don't have internet,
Exactly. You
you
need the
can't make
internet.
call.
You cannot. You need the internet connection, and the internet is not free.
Yeah.
You're paying for the internet. You go on the bus, you go to airport, you go to public places. They say internet is free here. It's not really free. The food you're paying for it too. That's
Yeah.
how they service it. Yeah. You go to the airport, they say internet is free here. No, it's not free. Because even the internet that is being provided at the airport is being paid for by their customers using the,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So it's nothing is really free in life.
Okay. So that takes me to the next question. What role does a self-awareness play in identifying both strengths and areas for improvement? Like during when somebody wants to do skill audit, like self-awareness, what role does it play?
Okay. Thank you for that, Joe. Self-awareness, yeah. Can you repeat the question again, please? What role does self-awareness
Yeah.
play in?
What role does self-awareness play in identifying both strengths
Mhm.
and areas for improvement
Okay,
during
okay, okay,
self skill audit?
okay. Yeah, I got you. Now, self-awareness is critical, is crucial in objectively evaluating strengths and weaknesses. It helps individuals to, number one,
Mm-hmm.
recognize patterns.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean by that? Understanding habitual behaviors,
Mm-hmm.
attitudes, or blind spots that may hinder growth.
Yeah.
Number two, mitigate bias. So you avoid overestimating
Mm-hmm.
or underestimating capabilities
Mm-hmm.
by grounding assessments in evidence. Yeah. Number three, identify passions.
Mm-hmm.
Align skill development with areas of genuine interest, boosting motivation and engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Example is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is an area of genuine interest for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an area of genuine interest for me. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we don't struggle in motivation and engagement. But there are some people that might struggle with coming in front of the camera like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some people that will struggle with knowing that, oh, if I come on here, we're going to post it online,
Mm.
everybody's going to watch me. So
Yeah.
they feel very uncomfortable with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But to
Yes.
me, I've been on camera too many times.
Yeah.
Every week, I'm doing videos, about 3 videos a week. So being in front of the camera is nothing to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So adapting approaches. So again, you adjust strategies to address specific skill deficits,
Mm.
okay,
Yeah.
or enhance natural abilities. For example, an individual who acknowledges difficulty with public speaking
Yeah.
can focus now and say, I want to target training to
Mm-hmm.
improve this key skill.
Yeah.
You see? So that's how self-awareness is helping
Yeah.
in evaluating strengths and weaknesses. There are
Mm.
some things that you know what, this is my area of weakness,
Mm.
but you need it to survive.
Mm.
For example, IT, everything is done in today's world and age, everything is tech.
Yes.
Online banking, everything you go to do, even to go to eat food now, you go to a tip, they say, download the app. You go to
Yes.
pay for parking, they say, download the app. So
Yes.
everything is IT, IT, IT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if naturally you did not like IT, then you have to start liking it.
Yes.
You have to start taking. So the next question would be, how do you like it? How do you improve it? You might need to pick up a few skills. You might need to enter a course here or there to help you. Yeah.
Mm.
Talking about a free course now. You might go to Udemy, you go to any of these places,
Mm-hmm.
and they will tell you, okay, this is a free course. Like we talk about, there's no free thing, but they'll be
Mm.
saying, okay, this, you can do this one, this basic course at least gives you an idea. If you want to go further, then you can now start paying. Or they
Mm.
say you can do this course for the first 30 days is free. After that, you start paying money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can do one or two of those things to help enhance your capability. So it improves your skill set because that's what self-awareness does. You know, and you can, and the good thing is that you cannot lie to yourself.
Yeah. You cannot.
You cannot. If you're not good at something, you know you're not good at it.
Yeah.
So the next thing will be, what do I do to improve it? Yeah.
I want to just digress a little bit.
Okay.
Just still on the on what we're talking about. How crucial and how important is skill audit in professional career?
I think on a scale of 0 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would put it at 9 out of 10.
Okay.
That's how I would put it. 9 out of 10. I think it's very, very important. Because if you want to move from one career to another career, or even want to move vertically in the same career,
Yeah.
yeah, for you to move vertically,
Mm-hmm.
the next level you want to move up to, let's say leadership post,
Mm-hmm.
there's some certain skills you need to have. For example, if you're going to be a leader or a manager,
Yeah.
you have to know how to manage people. You have to have leadership skills. You have to know how to motivate people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to lead a team. You have to know how to keep the team intact. You have to learn how to not micromanage a team to get the best out of the team. You have to learn how to communicate with team members. You have to have interpersonal skills with every team member to know what is wrong with the team member, to know how to boost the team member. You have to know the strengths of your team so that you know how to deploy the strengths to the advantage of the team. These are things that, as a manager, as a leader, well, even though there's a difference between a leader and a manager, but these are the things that a manager you need to know. And if you don't have that, you can take one or two leadership courses that can help prepare you for that post. Or you can be an apprentice. Sometimes they say, okay, they pair you up with a manager. Yeah. So you start learning on the job, shadowing the person
Mm.
and seeing how he or she does things and follow through as well. Yeah. So it's quite important. Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. So how can regular skill audit, like, let me rephrase the question again. How can regularly conducting a skill audit help an individual stay competitive in their careers? Like, so how regularly can somebody conduct a skill audit to help them stay competitive in their career?
Okay. How regular?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think that again, this will be, you've already asked the question, how regular?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It should be something done regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we want to use metrics here, regularly is like, should it be done like every maybe 2 months, every month,
Yeah,
every
something like that.
something like that? Yeah. It should be done, in my own opinion, yearly.
Okay.
That's in my own opinion. It should be done yearly. And it should also be done, if not yearly, it can be done even quarterly. Yeah.
Yes.
It can be done yearly, it can be done quarterly, but at least yearly. Yeah. How regular skills audit maintain career competitiveness? Number one is by helping to adapt to trends, because regular audits will help individuals to
Yeah.
stay aligned, okay, with industry advancements, such as adopting new technologies or methodologies, like we talked about not
Yeah.
too long ago. Yeah. You find out that we live in a tech space now that everything is coming out just so rapidly.
Yeah.
Things are changing so rapidly.
Yes.
So what is, like, now everybody's talking about data now, everybody's talking about machine learning now, everybody's talking about AI now.
AI.
So a regular audit will help you to know, okay, I need to up my game. I need to either reskill myself
Yes.
or upskill myself in this new technology.
Yeah.
How does it work? In the IT space, people are talking about agile methodology, agile way of thinking. How does it work? So by doing a skills audit regularly, it helps you to maintain your career competitiveness. Now, it also enhances employability, because when you know that you've got a skill gap, individuals will remain attractive to employers. Yeah. If they have addressed that skill gap, and employers will see that they've got the skills, they want to go for them. And this will also be like a future proof for their careers. So doing a regular skills audit makes you to stay competitive in the market, because you're always upping your game. Yeah. And also, regular skills audit supports lifelong learning.
Yeah.
So periodic reviews of, your skill fosters a mindset of continuous improvement. Especially, like I say, it's very critical in fast evolving fields. You go into medicine today, if you went and pick a doctor who used to do operation and he retired, let's say 10 years ago, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
you ask him to come and do an operation now, you take him to a modern operating theater now, probably he will struggle with it,
Yes.
because science and tech has evolved.
Have changed.
New things, new technology has come into carrying out procedures now. So it's not the way he used to do it before. Now they can do a surgery, it's laser eye surgery. They can even stitch your eye. You don't even see the what is used to do the stitching in
Yeah.
in an ophthalmologic procedure.
Yeah.
Things have changed. When I did my I had a surgery many years ago when I was a little child, about 1982. Appendicitis, that's it,
Yeah.
appendicitis.
Yeah.
So they cut it open and then they stitch it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then after about a couple of days, they say you come back, then they will remove the stitches.
Remove the stitches. Yeah.
Yeah. But these days, they don't do those things
They
anymore.
don't do it anymore. Yeah.
They cut the thing, remove the thing out, and the stitch just dissolves, and that's it.
Yeah.
For a doctor, he has to continually
To learn.
continually. So this skills audit supports lifelong learning. And also another very important thing is that it facilitates career transition. If you want to transition from one career to another career, you cannot do a career transition without doing a skills audit. So the new career you want to go into, what are the skills required for that new career? And then you prepare yourself for the role change or promotion.
Yeah.
You see? So it's very important. Now, I give another example. A marketing professional
Yeah.
who frequently audits their skills may notice the growing importance of data analytics.
Yes.
And data analytics now is not just about analyzing data, it's
Yeah.
about even data in real time.
Yes.
What that means is that as the action is
It's
happening,
happening.
you are updating, it's being updated.
Yeah.
So, and there's so many tools for that. So what the marketing professional would do is to upskill himself or herself in tools like, let's say, Google Analytics or Power BI to keep them competitive in the field.
Yeah. Okay. So the my next question before we round up is particularly to you. Can you provide an example of how a West executed self-skill audit has transformed someone's career or a personal development?
Yeah, I can give a couple of examples, maybe 2 or 3 examples. Yeah, let's say case study one or example one. Yeah, let's say career change.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about transformational examples now
Yeah.
of self-skill audits. Career change. Let's say teacher. I was once a teacher before I went into IT world. Yeah. So a teacher transitioning into project management conducted a skills audit and identified transferable skills
Mm.
like time management, communication skills, organizational planning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are transferable skills he's got already. But there are other skills gap that he's got,
Yeah.
which he needs to pick up. So by doing this self-skills audit,
Yeah.
yeah, he can fill up those gaps through certifications. Example, Prince 2, Agile. And based on that, they can now secure a project manager role. Yeah. I'll give another example of how self skills audit has transformed people. Yeah. Promotion readiness.
Okay.
Okay. A mid-level IT professional uses skills audit to prepare for a leadership role. I've already spoken about this earlier on when I talked about people going vertically up, you know what I'm saying, a
Yeah.
leadership role, management role. They recognized a need for advanced stakeholder management skills and took leadership training courses, ultimately leading to a promotion. Yeah. And I'll give you a third example, personal growth. A freelance graphic designer
Mm-hmm.
used a skills audit
Mm.
to identify weaknesses in client acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
So by now learning different marketing techniques now,
Mm-hmm.
they increase their client base and double their income within a year. You
Okay.
see? So basically, a well implemented or
Mm-hmm.
executed self skills audit
Mm-hmm.
provides individuals with a roadmap for intentional growth,
Mm.
ensuring they remain adaptive, competitive, and aligned with both personal and professional aspirations.
Okay. That is a great and a wonderful response. Let's talk a little bit about your upcoming Beyond Barriers that is coming up this I think this January.
January 2025. Yep.
Can you give us a snippet of what is actually happening?
Joe, this is exciting times. This is really exciting times for us. We've just finished our second cohort.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this December, we'll just be taking a break this December to recharge our batteries and get ready for the next cohort. Now, it's a 12 weeks transformative journey.
Yeah.
What it does is basically what we're talking about here. This is just a snippet of it. Okay. So people come on the program.
Mm-hmm.
These are people who are either stuck
Mm-hmm.
in life,
Yeah.
they are in sort of maybe they've been in one role for too long.
Yeah.
They are not growing either laterally or vertically,
Mm-hmm.
and they come on the program. Some want to transition
Mm-hmm.
careers. Some don't even have a clear-cut direction on. You know, when you talk about a career in life, it's a big investment.
Yes.
What should I do?
Yes.
Some people have spent years doing this, only to find out that, you know what, that's not for me.
Mm.
Or some have spent money.
Mm-hmm.
They go on one training, another training. They just keep acquiring certifications upon certifications upon
Yeah.
certification. But where is the practical experience? So these are the different use cases that come onto us.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is, that's why it's called Beyond Barriers, a
Mm-hmm.
journey to transformation. Yeah? Where if you feel stuck, you come in and it's a 12 weeks transformative journey.
Mm.
And we meet once a week on Mondays
Yeah.
for maximum of 2 hours. That's the
Mm-hmm.
contact time.
Mm-hmm.
And we take you through a journey of, first of all, self-discovery.
Mm-hmm.
You discover who you are. That's why I said that the first So we'll do skills analysis on yourself. We do a lot of exercises. We look at your value system. What is your value system? We look at all of this. And when we look at your value system and we look at your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities for growth that you can identify, the threats you're facing, all of these together, you now come up with a vision statement. What exactly
Yeah.
do you want to do in life? What direction do you want to take? And that's where the journey begins. So we will help you to work from that vision to a goal. What is the goal you want to achieve? So the first thing, we'll take you through the process of crafting a smart goal.
Okay. Yes.
Because any goal in life has to be smart. There has to be a way of measuring it. There has to be a way, it's got to be specific. It's got to be something that is realistic. It's got to be something that is achievable. It's got to be time bound. And then we have to come and look at the barriers that will be stopping you from achieving that goal. There's some barriers that are internal and there's some barriers that are external.
Yeah.
What are the internal barriers? That's your mindset.
Yes.
The external barriers, you don't really pretty much have control over it. If the government wakes up tomorrow and say that, you know what, we're going to be charging you 50% tax, you don't have control over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they say that, okay, you're doing business, every business you do, you have to pay such and such corporation tax, you don't have control over that. But you have control over how you react to that. You have control over things like how you manage your time. You have control over, so you have to identify the barrier. Why are you not making progress in life? Why? You begin to look at those barriers and then we put into place actions to mitigate, to deal with those barriers. And we have our unique selling point, which is our growth mindset model. GROWTH. G stands for goal, R stands for reality, O stands for the options, W stands for the way forward, T stands for trackability and celebration, and H stands for habit. That's one of our unique selling points. And we have a lot of tools, a lot of activities we do down the line to troubleshoot, because sometimes if you have an issue, we have to look at how do you problem solve. We have to go down to the root cause of the problem. That's why we have tools like the 5 whys or the fishbone diagram. We use it to find out what is the root cause of the problem. Because don't forget that once we know the root cause of the problem, we can start solving the problem. If not so, you're dealing with the symptoms without dealing with the root cause. And then once we have this goal clearly mapped out, we now break it down into actionable steps, small actionable steps.
Yeah.
Because the goal might be big, but we have to break it down to small actionable steps. And that way it is achievable. So you move from one step to another step, one step to another step. You celebrate your success. And then we have what we call the accountability system, where you have to get people to hold you accountable for your goals that you've set for yourself. Accountability partnership, where you check in every week or every month, depending on whatever you schedule out, and then you hold yourself accountable. And then sustaining the momentum and then achieving your goal, celebrating it, and setting another goal is a transformative journey. People who have been on the program, I tell you what, they have been so marveled. Some come in and they say, you know what, I didn't have a clue what I was going to do in my life. Now I have that clarity. Some say, you know what, this is what I want to do. They put in their energy. Some come in there and they say, I didn't even know how to set a goal. Some come in there, they say they were all over the place, taking one certification, another certification, but they've coming down to have a focus, prolonged focus to get results. We finished Cohort 2. Cohort 3 is starting in January. And anybody who's in that situation that needs this help, we're here to help them. You need to come on board, register. We're going to give you the link so that we can put it on the comment as well, so that people on the tape or the video, so that people can register for the Cohort 3, which is starting on the 6th of January. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's not supposed to be something that is very, very, we take a maximum of 20 people per cohort.
Okay.
Because we want to be able to give that one-to-one individual attention to people.
Yeah.
It's a powerful thing. Powerful.
Okay. That is good. So I think some of the question I wanted to ask about the testimonials of the program. You
Hmm.
have already mentioned them while you were trying to explain some of the thing that you were saying. So, like you said, the thing is coming up on the 6th of January,
Yep.
and you only take 20 people per cohort.
Yep.
And obviously, what we just discussed this evening is like a foundation of what Beyond Barriers done do.
Absolutely.
It helps people to from a foundation to kind of assess them, their skills, like doing SWOT analysis of what their strengths and their
Yep.
weaknesses and what all those kind of. So I think that is a that is a good thing. Like we'll put if you can, is there any kind of a website like you can just call
Yeah.
out where people can go and make the registrations?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll give you. We'll put the link on the video as well, so that people can
Okay. Okay.
go on and make their registration there. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will put the the numbers and the link on the video. So that will bring us to the end of today's show, and we so much appreciate you, Mr. Wen, for coming on the show again. It has always been a pleasure to have you. Before you go, just say a little, just tell our audience about Beyond Barriers. Anything that you just come to your mind.
First of all, Joe, thank you very much for having me on this show. Anytime, anytime, I'm always ready to come on this show. And for our audience out there, we appreciate you, and we want to let you know that there is no need for you to feel stuck in life. There is a way out. John Barrier is there for you. You feel stuck? We're here to help you. Come out here, register. We will take you through this 12 weeks transformative journey. Remember, the name is Beyond Barriers, a journey to transformation. So it's a journey, it's not a destination, a journey to transformation. So the mindset, three things happens: mindset, tool set, skill set you need for transformation. And the foundation module is the mindset. Because once your mindset is right for adaptability, for change, then you will automatically follow suit with the tools you need and the skills you need. But that foundation is so important. We have people from all over the world who come on our program: North America, Africa, all over the world. Some people, you can imagine the time difference. They
Mm.
sacrifice the time difference to be
Yeah.
able to stay on for the UK time to join the program. It's transformative. Come on, we're here to help you. We'll travel together and we'll break those barriers together.
Thank you so much. So, thank you, viewers, for tuning in today. Like I said, the Beyond Barriers is coming up on the 6th of January. We'll post more information. More information will be on the video. If you have any question, you can always put it on the comment, or you can reach out to me directly.
Yep,
Get to Mr. Uwem
yep,
to answer every of your question.
absolutely.
If we'll come again when we have other beautiful episode. That this channel is all about sharing experience, sharing information, giving people information that can transform their life. That is all what we're here for. Until we come again, we appreciate you, Mr. Uwem, for coming, and it's always nice to have you. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Joe. And I tell you, you're doing a brilliant job as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.